Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist and today doing a White Forest AZAMINA deck profile. So I'm really excited to do this one for you guys because this deck is actually suggested to me by one of my patrons, Luke. And this deck is an extremely powerful deck to play this format. So without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell in there so you can become part of the notification squad, and definitely check out the Patreon down in the description below for all those awesome rewards. And definitely give Luke some love down in the comments down below for suggesting such an awesome deck. So let's go ahead and get straight on into this one, guys. So first off, we're playing 3 copies of Illicit. Illicit is one of the most powerful cards in the entire deck. This card is the ability you can send a spell or trap card from your hand or field to the graveyard to special summon this card from your hand, then add a White Forest monster from your deck to your hand, except another copy of this card, which is an amazing ability to instantly bring this card to your side of the field and help you grab the exact monster you need to start going full combo. Also, this card is the ability during your opponent's turn, if a light spellcaster tuner is special summoned to your field while this card's in the graveyard, you can actually add this card back to your hand, which is an awesome ability to instantly grab this card back so you can use it all over again. And then a single copy of Azteller. Azteller is an extremely helpful one out in the deck. This card is ability you can send a spell or trap card from your hand or field to the graveyard to special summon a light spellcaster tuner directly from your deck, instantly bring out the exact monster that you need. Also, if a spell or trap card is sent to your graveyard to activate a monster effect while this card's in the graveyard, you can actually special summon this card, which is a great ability to instantly bring this card back to your side of the field. We made a single copy of Illicit AZAMINA. This card is such a powerful combo piece because this card is an AZAMINA card. And this card also has the ability you can reveal this card in your hand to special summon a White Forest or an AZAMINA monster from your hand, which is a very powerful effect to instantly bring up the exact card that you need. This card is also a walking polymerization for your AZAMINA fusion monsters, which is insane when it's on your side of the field. And then this card is sent to the graveyard as a synchro material. You can add a Sinful Spools card from your deck to your hand, which is a very powerful effect. We then play 3 copies of Sylvie. Sylvie is really good as a 3-of in the build because this card has an amazing effect, and if it's normal or special summon, you can actually add a White Forest spell or trap from your deck to your hand, grabbing the exact card that you need. We then a single copy of Rusia. Rusia is great as an extender in the build because this card has the ability, if you control a White Forest monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, and you can also send a spell or trap card from your hand or field to the graveyard to draw a card. We then a single copy of Dibiel's The White Witch. This card is insane as a boss monster because this card is always treated as a White Forest card. And monster you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects while you control 2 or more Dibiel monsters. This card also has the ability you can actually send a spell or trap card from your hand or field to the graveyard to special summon this card in your hand, and if it's normal or special summon, you can send a Sinful Spools or a Dibiel card from your deck to the graveyard. And then a single copy of Dibiel Star Vengeance. This card is so cool as a 1-of because this card is treated as a Sinful Spools card always. You can actually banish a spell and a trap card from your hand and or graveyard to special summon this card from the hand or the grave. In quick effect, you can pay half your life points to target 1 card that your opponent controls and destroy it. Then if another Dibiel monster is on the field, you can actually special summon a Tuner Synchro monster. It's an illusion or a spellcaster from your X deck, which is an extremely powerful effect to instantly add the exact card that we need so we can actually synchro climb. We then play a single copy of Dibiel Star The Black Witch. This card is an amazing 1-of in the build, and this card helps out so much in the deck to help us search out the exact Sinful Spools cards that we need, as this card can easily special summon itself and then grab a copy of a Sinful Spools card and set it to her side of the field, which is so cool. But you really only need a single copy of this card, as we can easily get to their copy of Wanted. We then play 3 copies of Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom is an amazing 3-of in the build to basically just stop the opponent from touching the deck. We then play 3 copies of Mulcharmy Fluros. Fluros is great in this build as a 3-of to help us dig in the deck for the exact card that we need. And play a single copy of Effect Veiler. You only need a single copy of Effect Veiler because this card is actually searchable, as it is a light spellcaster tuner monster, making this card a super good 1-of in the build. So, that's it for the monsters, guys. Let's get in to the spells. So for the spells, we're going to start with a single copy of Call by the Grave. Call by the Grave is an amazing one-of the build that basically just stops our opponent's hand traps when we're going in for all of our plays. I'm going to a single copy of Crossout Designator. Crossout Designator is amazing, just like Call by to again stop our opponent's hand traps. I'm going to a single copy of Triple Tactics Talent. Triple Tactics Talent is great as a one-on the build. Help us draw 2 cards, take control of an opponent's monster or look at our opponent's hand, and choose a card from it and shuffle it into the deck. I'm going to see a copy of Foolish Burial Goods. I feel like one copy of Goods is really all you need in this build because we can easily get to their copy of Thrust, and it's just an amazing one-of in the build. Helps us send our spells and traps from our deck to the graveyard, but Goods is good. You may see a copy of Deception. Deception is amazing in this build as one of, because your copy of Diabellstar can easily get to this card because it is a simple spells card. And this card is built you can actually tribute a monster from your hand or field to an AZAMINA card from your deck to your hand, which helps us get to our copy of the Hollowed AZAMINA or Debutors, or even the copy of LZ AZAMINA, which is absolutely insane. This card also has an amazing ability that during the end phase, and this card is in the graveyard because it was sent there from the spell and trap card zone this turn. While face up, you can actually set it back to your side of the field, which is an amazing effect to instantly put this card back on your side of the field once you resolve the Hollowed AZAMINA or Debutors, which is so cool. And then I see a copy of the Hollowed AZAMINA. Hollowed AZAMINA is how we summon out our AZAMINA fusion monsters, and this card is really good to be able to play. So all you have to do is reveal an AZAMINA fusion monster in your X-Shay, and for every 4 levels it has, round down, you actually send a Sinful Spells card from your hand or field to the graveyard, and if it's face down, you reveal it, then you get to special summon the real monster, and it's treated as a fusion summon, which is an amazing ability to instantly bring out the exact AZAMINA monster that we need. We may see a copy of Debutors. Debutors is great as a one-of in the build as well, because this card is basically a quick play version of the Hollowed AZAMINA. We may see a copy of Sinful Spells of the White Forest. This card is great as a quick play fusion spell. As if you control a Fiend, Illusion, or a Spellcaster monster, you can activate one of these effects to either special summon a Fiend, Illusion, or Spellcaster monster in the hand, or you get to fusion summon a fusion monster from your X-Shay using monsters from your hand or field, which is insane to bring out Guardian Chimera, because this card is a quick play. We can actually make Guardian Chimera during the opponent's turn. We then might see a copy of Tales of the White Forest. Tales of the White Forest is great as a one in the build because if you control an illusion or a spellcaster monster, you can add a White Forest monster from your deck to your hand, grabbing the exact card that you need, but I feel like one copy is really all you need in this build. We then see a copy of Philia Diabell. This card is amazing in the build, but I only think you need a single copy of this card. This card lets you add a level 8 or higher Diabell monster from your deck to your hand, or if the only monster that your opponent, or if only your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon it instead. And if this card is banished, you can make all Diabell monsters that you currently control gain 500 attack points, but it's great to help you search out the exact card that you need. We then play 2 copies of Thrust. Thrust is amazing to build. Why I play so many different one-ofs in this build. There's spells and traps in this deck to be able to basically get to them, like Triple Tactics Talent, Foolish Burial Goods, or any of the other cards that we play in the deck that this card can actually get to. So even play some really cool traps you can actually get to using this card's effect. We then play 3 copies of Witch of the White Forest. This card is an amazing field spell. It's actually a Rhoda for the deck that when it's activated, you can add a White Forest monster from your deck to your hand, but you cannot special summon dark monsters from the X-Shay for the rest of the turn, which is a pretty big effect on this card that it locks you out of using dark monsters in the X-Shay for the rest of the turn, and it is something you do have to watch out for because we are playing AZAMINA cards in this deck. But this card also has the ability that the first time each White Forest monster you control would be destroyed by battle each turn, it is not destroyed. You can also target a White Forest monster you control and is treated as a tuner this turn, which is an amazing ability to be able to use to basically just treat one of your monsters as a tuner so we can go in for our synchro plays. We then play 3 copies of Wanted. Wanted is definitely a 3-of in the build because this card lets us add a Diabellstar monster from our deck or graveyard to our hand. So that's it for the spells, guys. Let's get into the traps. So for the traps, we're going to start with a single copy of the Black Goat Laughs. Black Goat Laughs is great as a one-of in the build because this card is searchable off of your copy of Thrust, which is so cool to be able to use this card with your copy of Thrust to basically just shut down your opponent. I'm going to see a copy of Curse of Diabell. Curse of Diabell is absolutely crazy as a 1-of in the build because this card has a great ability. If you control 2 or more Diabell monsters, you can send a monster you control to the graveyard, destroy all face-up cards that your opponent controls. And if this card is sent to the graveyard or banished from the hand or the deck, you can actually add a Diabell spell or trap from your deck to your hand and extend another copy of this card, making this card a great Foolish Real Goods target. We lay a single copy of Woes of the White Forest. Woes is an amazing 1-of build and lets you special summon a White Forest monster from the hand or the deck, then immediately effect results into synchro summon a White Forest synchro monster, which is a great effect to instantly go over the exact card that we need. Lay a single copy of Sinful Spools of Slumber. This card is an extremely helpful 1-of, but you only need a single copy of this card, letting you target a face-up special monster on the field and change it to face-down defense position, basically being a Book of Moon. And if you control a level 5 or higher illusion monster while this card is in the graveyard, you can set this card but banish when it leaves the field. You play 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. Infinite Impermanence is an amazing 3-of in the build that basically just stops our opponent's monster effects and also locks down entire columns of spells and traps, which is amazing for this card to be able to do, and it's such a powerful hand trap. So that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck. So for the extra deck, guys, we're going to start with a single copy of Diabell, Queen of the White Forest. This card is an amazing 1-of in the build that helps us summon out some insane cards, because if this card is synchro summoned using a tuner synchro monster, you can actually target a spell or trap card in the graveyard and add it back to your hand. And also, when your opponent activates a card or effect quick effect, you can send a spell or trap card from your hand or field to the graveyard to special summon a level 7 or lower tuner synchro monster from the extract, graveyard, or banishment. I'm bringing out some insane cards. Play a single copy of Sinister Soul. Sinister Soul is great as a 1-of the build, except this card is special summon. You get to send a spell trap card from your hand or field to the graveyard to add a White Forest card or a light spellcaster monster from your deck to your hand. Play a single copy of Wolf Tamer. Wolf Tamer is basically a Book of Eclipse, which is absolutely insane because this card has the ability, if this card is special summon, you can change all face-up monsters that your opponent controls to face-down defense position, which is a crazy powerful ability to be able to use to basically just flip all their monsters face down and use this card as an interruption because this card is actually a tuner synchro monster. We made a single copy of Popular of the White Forest. Popular is great to help you go in for basically synchro plays during the opponent's turn, and this card is the ability, if this card is special summon, you can target 2 White Forest monsters in your graveyard and place them face up in their owner's spell and trap card zone as continuous spells. And during your opponent's turn quick effect, you can actually immediate effect results, synchro summon using this card you control, which is an amazing ability to help you go in for synchro play. Play a single copy of Snake Eyes Vengeance Dragon. Vengeance Dragon is an amazing boss monster to be able to summon because during the main phase quick effect, you can target 1 face-up monster on the field or in either player's graveyard and place it face-up in its owner's spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell card, which is a crazy powerful ability, but you cannot use this effect the next turn. And during the battle phase quick effect, you can actually target 1 monster and a continuous spell on the field and destroy them, which is a great interruption with this card to be able to use. Play a single copy of the Cursed Thunder God. Cursed Thunder God is great to help you board wide the field, plus it helps us gain life points. Play a single copy of Chaos Angel. Chaos Angel is amazing in this build to be able to summon because this card helps you spot remove cards off the field, plus it comes out absolutely massive and you don't even have to use a tuner to make this card. You can either use a light or dark monster and treat it as a tuner, which is amazing. We play a single copy of Saint AZAMINA. Saint AZAMINA is crazy powerful as a 1-of because this card is able to your opponent cannot target cards on the field, graveyard banishment, or this card on the field with card effects. Also, your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken, and this card was fusion summoned this turn, quick effect, you can actually special summon a level 9 or lower AZAMINA monster from the deck or the extra deck. And like a single copy of Moa Regina. Moa Regina is amazing to be able to summon, and my favorite AZAMINA monster in the entire game, and definitely comment down below which one your favorite is, but this card is so cool to be able to summon. This card lets you target an illusion monster in your graveyard, except to copy this card and special summon it, and also help you pop 2 cards on the field. And make a single copy of Soul. Soul is amazing in the build to help you spot remove cards off the field, because if this card is fusion summon, you can target a card on the field and send it to the graveyard. Make a single copy of Musalago. Musalago is great as a one-of as well, because if this card is actually fusion summon, you can add an AZAMINA or Sinful Spoils card from your deck to your hand. I mean, a single copy of Severa. Severa is amazing in this build as a one-of, because this card is actually a walking negate. And then a single copy of Guardian Chimera. Guardian Chimera is great to be able to summon in this deck, and actually very easy to summon this card during the opponent's turn. And this card actually either lets us pop 2 cards and draw a card, or draw 2 cards and pop a card, which is amazing. And then a single copy of Snake Eyes Doomed Dragon. This card is amazing as a one-of in the build, and so easy to summon because it must either be fusion summon or special summon by sending 2 face-up monster cards from the spell and trap card zone to the graveyard, which is super easy to be able to do in this build. And if this card is special summon, you can actually target a face-up monster on the field and place it face-up in the spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell card. Let's see a copy of Chozoro. Chozoro is just so easy to summon in this build, and just such a powerful combo piece in this deck. So, that's it for the deck, guys. I hope you enjoyed. This deck is so much fun to be able to play. If you guys have never played a White Forest AZAMINA deck before, you should definitely give this deck a try, because it's so much fun to be able to play, and it's insane how powerful this deck is. Tell me, just go in for some insane boards. So, that's going to be this one, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell on there so you can come part of notification squad, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.